Are you wondering what's going on in today's real estate market? The big news this week is that interest rates topped 7% for the first time since 2002. Demand for mortgages has dropped dramatically, dropping to the lowest level since 1987, according to the mortgage bankers industry. Some parts of the country are even seeing prices dropping. But it's not all doom and gloom. Real estate is hyper-local, and here in Arlington, Virginia, the numbers may be a little different than the rest of the country. There's still a strong demand for housing and low inventory. But just like the weather, the market is cooling off a little bit. Prices are still rising, although at a slower pace than in recent years. For sellers, this might mean you have to manage your expectations. Your home might not sell the first weekend it goes on the market for 10% over list price with no contingencies. But with just over 2 months' supply of homes, it's still considered a seller's market. You just need to be sure your home is in top-notch condition before you put it on the market. For buyers, the higher interest rate and rising prices might have affected the purchasing power that you had a year ago. But the good news is you might be able to take a little more time to find the right home and have more choices. You also might be able to have the standard contingencies of home inspection and appraisal, which kind of disappeared in recent years with the bidding wars. You might even be able to get a contract accepted with some closing cost concessions that could help you buy down the interest rate. And you might be able to get that house at or even below list price instead of paying top dollar, way over list price and even appraised value. Homeownership is still considered a good investment. And with rising prices, even at a slower level, you get the benefit of appreciation as well as paying down your principal every month with your payments, which doesn't happen when you're paying rent to your landlord. More buyers are starting to choose adjustable rate mortgages, which we hadn't seen in years. And some are able to use closing cost concessions to help buy down the rate for the first year or two. If you want to hear statistics specific to Arlington, Virginia, watch the rest of this video. Here are the market statistics for Arlington, Virginia for the third quarter of 2022. In September of 2022, there were 438 active listings, down 18.89% from September of 2021, when there were 530 listings. In September of 2022, there were 368 new listings, down 15.21% from September of 2021, when there were 434 new listings. In the third quarter of 2022, there were 699 homes sold, down 21.81% from the third quarter of 2021, with 894 homes. The average sales price to list price in the third quarter of 2022 was 98.2%, down just 0.62% from the third quarter of 2021. The median sold price in the third quarter of 2022 was $650,000, up just 0.02% from the third quarter of 2021. The average sold price in the third quarter of 2022 was $791,106, up 4.5% from the average sold price in the third quarter of 2021. For detached single-family homes, the average sold price in the third quarter of 2022 was $1,304,627, up 10.65% from the third quarter of 2021, when it was $1,179,015. There were only 245 detached single-family homes sold in the third quarter of 2022, down 21.22% from the third quarter of 2021, when there were 311. For attached townhomes and condominiums, the average sold price in the third quarter of 2022 was $513,986, down 3.3% from the average sold price in the third quarter of 2021. There were 454 attached townhomes and condominiums sold in the third quarter of 2022, down 22.13% from the third quarter of 2021. The average days on market in the third quarter of 2022 was 25 days, no change from the third quarter of 2021.